Hi, I'm Dean Patrick, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the sport of kiteboarding. Kiteboarding, also known as kite surfing, is a surface water sport that has elements of surfing, wakeboarding, and paragliding. Kiteboarding harnesses the power of the wind to propel a rider across the surface of the water or high into the air on a surfboard or a kiteboard, which is a lot like a wakeboard. According to Patrick Kane of ESPN, with recent safety improvements, growing appeal, and big air tricks, kiteboarding has earned inclusion into the 2016 Olympics as an evaluation sport. Kiteboarding is rapidly increasing in popularity and just continues to improve. It takes hours of lessons to learn how to kiteboard, and the learning curve can often be steep. Any good kiteboarding instructor isn't going to let you anywhere near the water without you having a sense of knowing what you're doing. So there's some things you need to understand. That's what I'm going to address in my essay. The first is safety. There's a lot of elements of safety in kiteboarding. It can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to talk a lot about safety. The second is the styles of riding. There's 5 different styles defined by the International Kiteboarding Association. I'm going to go into those styles and tell you what each one of those is about. First, let's talk about how kiteboarding started. In the winter of 1972 and 1973, Dr. Dieter Strasilla started ski sailing, which is a lot like kitesurfing on skis and on snow. Later, his friend Andrea Kahn started taking board and into the water, and that's when the first kite surfing started. Eventually, the tricks got bigger, the speeds got faster, and the gear got safer, which led to a lot more people wanting to learn how to do it, and led to the widespread of the sport. Let's talk about the gear itself. You're going to need to know about the kites. A lot of people have more than one kite so that they can kite in different wind conditions. You're going to need an impact vest to take some of the impact off those falls you're going to have out there on the water. You're going to need a harness to connect it to your kites, along with the bar and lines that also connect it to your kites. You're going to need a line cutting tool in case you get into that situation where the line is all over your legs and you just need to get a quick exit. Also, you're going to want eye protection. There's going to be those days out there on the water when you're staring up into the sun and you're going to wish you had some eye protection. Alright, let's talk about wind conditions. First, you never want to underestimate the power of the wind. Always remember that you're dealing with nature and it's often very unpredictable. You want to avoid strong gusty conditions. You want to avoid offshore and onshore wind conditions. Offshore is when the wind is blowing directly out at the water. A lot of times riders will kite in those conditions and won't be able to come back to shore. Also, for onshore conditions, it's the exact opposite, where the wind is blowing directly onshore. The riders will get blown onto shore and make a very hazardous situation. Let's talk about general safety as defined by Cabrillo. You never want to kite alone, and you always want to know your kite location. It's always a good idea to go and talk to the local riders in your area about that spot, because they're going to know more about it than you do. And they're often going to give you good information. You need to always check your gear before you go out to make sure there's no safety precautions. You don't want to have gear failure when you're out there on the water. Know your own abilities, and don't try to push yourself too much. Make sure you're in good physical shape. Kiteboarding is very strenuous on the body, and you're going to make sure you're in good physical shape before you do it. Now let's talk about the different styles of riding. The first is freestyle, which is the most popular form of riding. It truly embodies the sport itself and just the all-around freedom you have. You can go on those long downwind rides where you just relax and kind of sit back and chill. Or you can just pull jumps and pop tricks and stuff. It's a lot of fun. The second form of riding is wave riding, which is truly just man versus nature. It's really just awesome to watch. When you see pictures of people in magazines kite surfing, that's what they're doing. The third is kite cross. Up to 100 riders can ride in kite cross events. It's really spectacular to watch. There's a lot of obstacles and it's a race. It's often miles long. The fourth is course racing, which requires a lot of technique and speed, and only the most experienced riders ever compete in that. The fifth is speed riding. Speed is pretty self-explanatory. The world record speed for kite surfing was actually broken earlier this year, and it was at 58 miles per hour, which is incredible. So to recap a little bit, kiteboarding is a growing sport with limitless potential. It's a jaw-dropping sport to watch as a spectator, and it's even more exciting to do as a rider. Improvements in safety has also led to kiteboarding to grow into the sport it is today. Without those improvements, I don't think any of this would have happened. And there's many different ways to ride. So just once you learn how to ride safely and you feel comfortable, just pick your style and go with it. Thanks for your time today.